G'day, Glenn Morris here from the Smart Energy Lab at the Solinteg booth here at SNEC, where over 500,000 people have attended. I'm here with Bob, who I've got to know really well because Bob and his team have been looking after me so well. It's virtually like my office here. A really big thank you to Solinteg.
No problem.
But I tell you what, I've really got to know your product. So speaking to some of your technical people and your salespeople, I realize that you've got a wealth of expertise in a small but very capable team. So how did you build that team?
Actually, for Solinteg, it was a new brand to the market, but we have been actually the team is comprised of a group of veterans in the industry. For some of the technical guys, they have been working in the industry individually for more than 15 years. And work together collectively. They have been working as a team for like 8 years. And for the past 3 to 4 years, when the energy storage market took off from Europe about 3 to 4 years ago, we were very lucky to jump into this industry from the solar inverter, string inverter. And we started to grow together with our partners and customers in European market. And we develop the products, we upgrade the software versions, like 100 versions, and it's getting more and more stable nowadays. And what we are doing now is to bring these very sophisticated and matured solutions and products from Europe back to China and also to Australian market.
I like the analogy of the veterans. I just thought of another one. It's a bit like you're a football team manager,
yes,
and you're starting a new team, and you find the best players, and you get them to come and play for you.
That's true. That's
and
true.
They're not new. They're not straight out of high school. They're actually veterans. So there's a lot of expertise.
Yes.
So even though it's a new product, it's actually a product with a lot of history behind it.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. It's not new. It's not new product in the market. It was very widely accepted and popular in European markets. For example, in one of the most advanced markets, for example, Czech Republic, the specialty of our three-phase unbalanced output has earned a very good name for Solinteg there, and we are working with the very biggest customer there.
I don't think a lot of people realize what a big deal unbalanced output is.
Yes.
Because many three-phase inverters just export the same amount on all three phases.
That's true. That's true.
And that can often mean you're giving away a lot of your value.
Yes.
But you can make sure that you're self-using
yes,
as much as possible.
Yeah, that's true. I like the word value you mentioned just now. That's also what we are thinking and what we have been doing these days. We try to create value for ourselves and share this value with our partners. Because, for the solar market and energy storage market, it's very big globally and also in Australia. But it's also very competitive in Australia. So a lot of players jump in with pretty much similar products. So we try to go different. For example, on this exhibition, we also bring our 50 kilowatts hybrid inverter and also together with battery over there. So we are also trying to bring this one to Australian market because this one is very real in the market. And I also want to add something about when we, for example, talk with ourselves internally or with our customers, we try to mention the word understanding. From our, for example, sales parts, we try to understand the needs, the requirements from the market, and we try to deliver these requirements back to the technical team. And they also understand us very well. They also understand the requirements well. And they have the most important thing is they have the capability of realizing these requirements from some pure idea to some very sophisticated solution. And our marketing team, they try to get these products packed or well marketed. And we get this one back to our customers. Finally, I think through this teamwork, we can work in a very prompt way.
Yes.
To fulfill the needs which we get from the market.
I can see you have a very nimble approach. You can quickly respond,
Yes,
modify,
yes,
and meet the
Yeah.
requirements in a fast development cycle.
yes,
Because you're small enough to be able to change quickly.
yes, yes.
You don't have like 10 levels of approval.
Yes, because for these days, for example, the energy storage,
Yes.
it's quite compared to the solar business.
Yes.
It's still new.
Yes.
Not just in the residential, but also in the, for example, the commercial and industrial side. So prompt reply is very, very important. And sometimes when we get some, for example, some feedback from our customers, maybe it's not the real feedback. So we try to know this one from our experience, we digest the feedback, and we communicate with our partners to diagnose, to make sure the feedback we get from the customer is genuine and also makes sense from all the different aspects. So that's what we are doing. So when we work in this fast-growing industry and this segment of market, we need to move fast.
Yes.
Also, that's one of our strengths, I think. We work as a team. We try to go fast.
Yes.
That's what we are doing.
It's a time to be fast. Like you say, everything's changing. I can think of a bunch of features, particularly the 50 kilowatt hybrid, that I think really stand out.
Yes.
So we've already mentioned the unbalanced load support.
Yes.
110% overload capability.
Yes.
It's full backup power, 50 kilowatts of backup with the extra 110% overload.
Yes.
And you've got a generator port now.
Yeah, that's true.
So why was the generator port added?
Actually, this generator, it was it was developed not very long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
For the first edition, which we brought to Australian market last year, they don't have the connector for the diesel generator. But for the new edition, we have got this one equipped, because for these requirements, it's actually from the South African market. You know, in South Africa, the demand for stable electricity supply is very strong these days, even stronger than last year. And when we talk to our customers last year and the year before last year, we already got this demand, but we need to make sure that the products we bring to the market really satisfy all the needs. So we get this one designed actually last year, but we also need to undergo a lot of different tests to make sure that they work perfectly in all the different scenarios. So after testing for like 6 months, we get this one equipped in the second edition.
So for areas like South Africa with very unreliable power,
Yes.
solar and batteries not quite enough, solar, battery,
No.
and diesel generator.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So in this case, we get this hybrid system. So we get the solar, we get the battery, we get the electricity from the grid, which is not very stable in some parts of the world, for example, South Africa or Southeast Asia. And we also get the diesel generator working as some backup. So when the grid is lost, the system still works. And we feel very happy to find that this system also works perfectly even in China. You know, the grid is very strong in China. For example, in Shanghai, maybe we don't face the power shortage nowadays, but still, for example, 2 years ago in Jiangsu province and Zhejiang province, very close to Shanghai, very, very developed provinces in China, but there was also some limitation of power supply. For example, every day in your factory, you get like electricity for 2 hours. For the rest of the time, you don't get enough power supply. I went to visit some customer. They cannot even cook water.
Oh,
They can only turn the electricity bulbs.
wow.
So when we get this system and we talk to some potential customers and even some investors, they feel very happy, because this system, the system we use, the technology is actually a DC coupled. So it's not connected to the grid that they use themselves. So even if the grid is not there, we can still use electricity from the PV system, from the battery, and from the diesel generator.
So can the diesel generator charge the battery?
Yes, yes.
Right.
When
That means you don't have to run the generator all the time. You can
No.
just charge the battery up, turn the generator off,
Yes.
run on battery
Yes,
for long grid outages.
yes, yes. For example, when PV is not there, when the electricity is not available, we use the power from the battery first. And when the SOC reaches some certain percentage, the hybrid system, the hybrid inverter, will send some signal to activate the diesel generator. And this diesel generator gives the power for our customer, and also gives some power to make sure that to protect the battery. So when the PV is back or electricity is back, so the diesel generator is shut off automatically.
So you have automatic start control
Yes,
over
yes.
the generator.
Yes.
Wow, that's everything in one box.
And hopefully we can get this system maybe also in Australia, in some parts of Australia, maybe some farms which is far away from the grid. I'm not very sure about this.
Yes.
We are also talking to some potential customers, partners about this one.
Yes.
Yes.
We're having more extreme weather events in Australia, like
Yeah.
many parts of the world. And,
Yes.
and losing power is becoming more normal.
Yeah. I remember you also live off grid.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Even off grid, we lose power. Sometimes I tinker too much.
Understood.
Well, it's been great talking to you, Bob. And
Likewise.
I look forward to your team coming to Australia again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Looking forward to meeting you very soon in Australia.
Great.
Okay. Thank you very much for your
Okay.
time. Yeah.
See you.
Thank you.